to begin today in New York City. They're still going through jury selection in the case. What's going on with this? Who is Ghislaine Maxwell? Why is she tied to Epstein? Why is she on trial? Of course, we know Jeffrey Epstein, who died in his prison cell about 2 years ago, was never able to be brought to justice for what many saw as his crimes. He then, we're told, committed suicide. Ghislaine Maxwell, or as I call her, Lady Epstein, was the major domo, the mistress, the right hand, the sidekick, the partner in crime for Epstein, it is alleged. She now faces 6 counts of trafficking underage girls along with Jeffrey Epstein. And not only trafficking, but that she helped recruit and groom these underage girls for Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse. It's also highly alleged that the girls were used on Jeffrey Epstein's island, Little St. James Island, down in the Caribbean, where they were then provided to members of Epstein's Black Book. And what is his Black Book? That is his client list, his high-level client list. And we know that many, many top officials, world leaders, and financiers were all members of this elite club that flew on the Lolita Express, Jeffrey Epstein's private jet, his 727. So we're going to get into all of this. We're going to cover it in full detail. However, unfortunately, unlike the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, because this is a federal court, it will not be broadcast live. So what does that mean? We're going to have people that are going into the courthouse. We're going to have people that are there in the overflow room. We are going to be doing everything we can to provide you minute by minute analysis and updates on this trial the way that nobody else is going to. But let's go back a little bit here. Let's go back a little bit and remember just why it is that the mainstream media refused to tell us the truth about Epstein all the way back a few years ago when Project Veritas, of all people, broke the story that ABC was covering up the Epstein scandal.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. And I had it all 3 years ago.
Now, here's an interesting wrinkle in the case, because the lead prosecutor over Lady Epstein is none other than Maureen Comey, the daughter of James Comey. I'm going to say that again because I want to make sure everybody hears it and everybody knows what's going on. In the Southern District of New York today, the U.S. federal courthouse, the Thurgood Marshall Courthouse, the lead prosecutor over Ghislaine Maxwell is James Comey's daughter. I suppose you could say she has a higher loyalty. Folks, it's a big club and you are not in it. What are the counts? According to The Guardian, Maxwell is on trial for 6 counts. Conspiracy to entice minors to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, enticement of a minor to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, conspiracy to transport minors with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, transporting a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, sex trafficking conspiracy, and sex trafficking of a minor. The counts cite 4 accusers listed in the indictment as minor victim 1, minor victim 2, minor victim 3, and minor victim 4. However, more are expected to testify, and we are going to see testimony from the actual victims of Epstein in this case. Ladies and gentlemen, no one is going to cover this story the way that Human Events Daily is. You saw the way we covered Kyle Rittenhouse. You saw the way we covered Derek Chauvin. We are going to cover this day in and day out. We are not letting it go. We are a dog with a bone with this stuff. We are going through detail by detail, and we will always name the names.
This is Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Turning Point USA.